Good morning, everybody. Curvaceous Carla. I'm here this morning in sunny Spain, and I've just done a lovely yoga and Pilates class combined. And for once I wasn't teaching, I was joining in, and I have to say it was a very good class. Made me feel very energized this morning. But I really feel like I need to do a nice stretch on my hamstrings. So this is happy hamstrings. If you have got a strap, a yoga strap, or if you haven't, maybe you could use a dressing gown belt, a tie, something like that. Okay, so if you've been running, if you've been weight training, if you just need a good hamstring stretch, come and join me on the mat. This is our morning happy hamstrings. So lying down on your back. You might want to put a little cushioning underneath your head. Make sure your spine is nice and straight. And just start to take a few breaths here. Interlace your fingers and just hug your right knee up to your chest. And then I want you to take a few circles in your right hip joint. Clockwise circles and anti-clockwise circles. Good. Then take your strap, pop it around the right foot. Lead with your heel. So the strap works as a lever. Take your left leg down along the mat to deepen the stretch. Keep a softness in the knee, especially if you have any issues in the knee. Inhale. Exhale, draw the hamstring a little bit deeper into the stretch by drawing the toes down towards your face. Take both straps in your right hand. Take the left hand on top of the left hip to really draw it down. Let's open the right leg out to the side and you'll feel a nice stretch on the inner thigh. Breathe here, at least 5 or 10 breaths. Then we bring the leg back to the center. We switch the straps into the opposite hand and we bring the leg all the way across, bending at the knee to make it easier or keeping the leg straight if you want more. Then open your right arm and turn your head away from the leg. Feel that lovely twist in your back. Come back to the center. One strap in either hand. Bring your nose up towards the knee, shoulders off the mat. Inhale, exhale, slowly back down. Bend both knees, release the strap. And then just slowly window wiper your knees side to side. Just releasing in the hip flexors before we do the second side. So when you're ready, interlace your fingers, hug the left knee up to the chest. Activating the glute. Start to take a few circles here in the left hip joint, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Find your strap, your belt or your tie. Take it around the sole of the left foot. Left foot up to the ceiling. Right leg down along the mat to deepen the stretch. Using the strap as a lever. Inhale. Exhale, draw the leg a little bit closer. Deepen that stretch. You definitely feel that stretch all the way up the back of the leg. Both straps into the left hand. Right hand, remember, pops onto the right hip. Take the leg out to the side, stretching on your inner thigh. Switching at the top, taking both the straps into the right hand and bringing the leg all the way across. It's deeper if the leg is straight or bend at the knee if you want a little bit less. Remember to open this left arm and you'll find a nice release here in the back muscles. Breathe, 5 to 10 breaths. Easing back to the center. Coming into the last part, right leg down along the mat. Bring your nose up towards the knee, shoulders off the mat. Lovely. Exhale, come down. Pop the right foot on the mat, bend the left knee. Just move your strap to one side now. Take your feet on the outer edges of your yoga mat. Keep your spine straight and your neck in the same alignment as the spine. Take the arms out at shoulder height. Remember to keep the feet nice and wide. And drop both knees over to the right side. You're going to feel a lovely stretch in this hip flexor muscle. So you're on the outside of the right foot, inside of the left foot. Lift your head and turn your head over the left arm. 5 to 10 breaths. Back to the center. Remember, maintain the legs nice and wide on the outer edges of your yoga mat. And now drop the knees over to the left. Lift your head, turn your head over the right arm. You're on the outside of the left foot this time, inside of the right foot. Feel that nice stretch in the hip flexor. You might find a little bit in the glute. Remember, we're all made and built differently, so you will feel it in different areas. Exhale, come back to the center. We're going to do a nice hip stretch. As you know, I've got a hip replacement on my right side. So for me, I'm just going to take option 1. Right leg comes up, cross it over the left thigh. Just tap your hand onto the inside of the thigh to open it out to the side. Option 1, just gently rock side to side. Side to side. You're going to feel a gentle stretch here. If you want more, you take the left foot off, option 2. If you want more still, option 3, you interlace the hands underneath that left thigh and you bring both knees to the chest. That's too much for me with my bad hip. If you have hip or knee issues, stay with me, option 1. Good. And then let's try that on the second side. Left leg crosses over the right thigh. Just help the knee out to the side. Option 1. We're just gently swaying side to side. Releasing into the hips. Happy hamstrings and happy hips. Okay. Let's come into option 2. Drawing the knees up. Option 3, hands come through and under the gap. Good. Lovely. Take a big full body stretch now. Arms above the head, point the toes, lovely big full body stretch. And then just roll onto one side to bring yourself up onto your seating bones. I want you to take the legs out in front. Nice straight spine. Roll the shoulders up, roll the shoulders back. Just making sure you can see my toes here. Lifting the arms up, lengthening the spine. Okay, we're coming into another hamstring stretch. Inhale, exhale, reach forward. Find your toes if you can. Oh, there's the toes. If you can go further, find your heels and draw your forehead down to your shins. If that's too much for you, get your strap. Pop your strap around the soles of your feet. And again, you can use the straps as a lever, lift up, and then use the straps to help you come forward and find this nice deep hamstring stretch. I'd say 10 to 20 breaths in that one. Walking your hands back up your thighs, pointing your feet. Pointing the feet, lengthening the spine, sweeping the arms up, fingertips come behind the back and fingers are facing away. And I want you to open the heart and the chest. Breathing here. Breathing into your heart space. And then come back to the center. Let's come into a little straddle. So you're taking the legs into a V shape. Try and keep your knees on top. We're going to walk the hands forward. Some of you are going to bring your chest right the way down to the mat. Some of you might just want to take your fingers onto your toes and just come as far forward as you can. And you're going to feel a nice stretch on the inner thigh muscles here. So breathing here, exhaling as you go a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, deeper. Remember to keep your knees on top. Coming back to the center, take your right fingers to your right toes and take a nice side bend. Lovely, let's do the other side. Left fingers to left toes, up and over. Try not to let the arm come in front of the face because you lose the stretch. Keep it along the side of the ear and you get a lovely stretch down the side of the body. Good. And then we're reaching up, we're taking the fingertips behind the back and we're opening the heart and the chest. Lovely. Come back to the center. Let's fire up our abdominal muscles a little bit as well. So we're coming with a nice straight spine, rounding into the back as you roll down. Rounding, rounding, rounding. Bringing the arms up and over the head. Inhale, exhale. We're coming up exactly the same way, leading with the hands, activating the core and firing up to seated. And then you can do that whole forward fold stretch again. So hands finding the toes, breathing here. Walking the hands up the thighs. And let's finish with our lovely chest and heart opener. Fingertips behind the back. Breathe into your heart space. And continue doing whatever you're doing today with an open heart and happy hamstrings and happy hips. You've been watching Yoga with Curvaceous Carla. I'll see you again soon. Have a great